So I was listening to a very interesting podcast it's called Desire Paths, and it was kind of spirituality and nature um, by a man called David Farrier. And there was one phrase he said which really struck me, and it was each step you take makes the path. So it's not like we're going along a path that's already there. It's like we are creating the path. That seems obvious in a way, but it was just struck me the way you said it. And he was talking about new ways of moving and finding new ways of moving just around your neighbourhood, not taking the path that's set, but sometimes going, actually, what happens if I go down this way? So I thought that might be interesting for us today to think about each step we take is creating our future and thinking about new ways of moving. So with that, we'll begin. Get the bell. The bell marks the start. And we're going to start standing as it's a bit nippy, so it's nice to get a little bit warm. And we're going to start with the feet about shoulder width apart, maybe even wider. As wide as your mat probably could be good. And the knees are nice and soft, so the body's just there. And we'll just have a little bounce actually, just to kind of even out the body, just bouncing with the heels kind of, but keeping the ball of the foot on the floor, just bouncing with the heels, knees are nice and soft, arms are floppy. And just breathe in through the nostrils, sigh out through the mouth. Just to loosen up a little bit, just gently. We're going to move gently. And I thought we'd start with these lovely figure eights that I like so much. So we take the hands in front of us, space, like as if it was a ball. Maybe a ball of energy is quite nice of a thing to imagine. And we're going to take that ball and draw a figure eight on its side, or even better, an infinity symbol. So we're going to draw that but with the ball. And notice I'm keeping this quite steady. I'm not locked, but I'm keeping my frame here quite steady. So that when I move, the rest of my body has to move. So we're just going to get into some kind of flow, maybe find a new way of moving with our practice. So we're just going to take that, first of all, just following that, maybe really watching with your eyes as well, so you're staying in tune with that. Notice how I'm having to bend my knees. Maybe you might want to go low with that, maybe you want to take it high, or just exploring the space and seeing what our movement feels like today, the sides even, and you might even want to make that quite big. In fact, you might want to see how big you can make that. Notice how you can even come off, you can even test your balance and come off the foot, or just come up onto the toe. Notice how the hips have to move. You might even want to make that quite small, make it smaller movements. Explore the space around you with this kind of meandering movement, this kind of, very round and free and natural kind of movement. And you can make it faster and you can make it slow. So we just take that and then we come to a stop point. We find some stillness and we feel that movement that we've already started to create in the body. And then we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to go the other direction. So it's kind of the way that feels unusual. So it's probably, that feels unusual. So actually, no, it's the other way. So going in the opposite direction, the same thing. We're holding this ball of energy, if you like, and feel that space between the hands is moving you. Going low, going high, going around to the sides, playing with that movement. And just enjoying the movement that's happening in your feet as well. You find that the feet, you come onto the toe, you go onto the heel, the toes are working hard. You're focusing always on this space between your hands, this ball of energy, if you like. Knees bending, hips moving, and then we come to a stillness again. So we're stirring up the energy of feeling, and then we relax that. Just rub the hands together. Let go of that, take the hands off. Breathe, breathing. Lift the shoulders up, breathe in. Let's release any tension out through the mouth. Good, and again, breathing in. Hold for a second, then out through the mouth. Good. Now let's just take those shoulders back. I'm going to open up these shoulders a little bit, open up the chest a little bit. So we're rolling those shoulders back And as they start to lift and open, the knees are also bending, so we're getting the whole body joining in. Feel how that movement of the shoulders is connected to the neck and into the back. And we're going to make that even bigger by lifting the elbows. The elbows are lifting, breathing all the time. Feel your breath. It's coordinated with your body movements. And then my arms are coming right up. Big circles, opening the chest. Good. Smile. Enjoy your body. Opening your wings up. Yeah. Bending the knees. Opening the arms up. Opening the heart. Big, beautiful circles there. And then we take it the other way. So we're just going to go forwards with those shoulders. Forwards. It's like you're giving yourself a massage in the shoulders. And the knees are bending. So everything's joining in. You can see everything is kind of going with that movement. So we're really letting the whole body respond to the impulse. Bringing the elbows up. Yeah, it's like an easy way to do these arm circles. It's just like it creeps up on you. Rather than going to a full-on arm circle, where we think, oh, I'm tired, my arms, my shoulders ache. But actually, when we creep up on ourselves, it's amazing. It's like it becomes so much easier. Bending the knees, big circles, like we're diving into the day. Take those arms back, open up. Good. And come to a stop. And we take the feet a bit wider apart, and let's just let those arms swing heavily, just to loosen them up. So lots of loosening, lots of free movement. Knees are bending. Good. And then we're going to just come into a cross crawl to again, just get this cross lateral movement, lifting the knee, meeting it with the opposite hand. So we're just liveling it up. Now we've stirred up the energy. We're liveling up. And then we're going to meet the toe. So we extend the leg. Again, opposites. Moving in opposites with our cross crawl. Good. Connecting up and coordinating. Now we take the leg out to the side. The opposite arm goes over the head. Oh yeah, feel that space in the side of the waist opening up. But keep breathing, keep fueling your body with the breath. Good. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Then we're going to lift the knee and bring the elbow onto the other side, lifting that quite high. Good. Quite quick movement. And then opening up. So a few of these, opening up. So you open up the hip, lifting the knee, and open up the shoulder. So it opens across the body. So again, lots of chest opening, shoulder opening, hip opening. We're opening up the front of the body. Remembering that lovely soft front. I often talk about that open, soft front. Accessible and receptive, soft front. And then also the strong back. So we're going to start off with some standing postures. Trikonasana, triangle, standing at the front of the mat, feet hips width apart. Take a moment there just to find your feet and feel the point of contact with the ground. Good. Standing tall. Weight on left foot, step back with the right. Find your feet. Get your hips level. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Lift the chest, breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, open the chest, palms forwards. Breathing out, reaching over to your left and down. Make contact with that leg, wherever that might be. And reaching up away from that left hand with the right hand going up to the ceiling. Fingers going right up to the ceiling. Take that right shoulder back away from the right ear. Turn the head to look up at those right fingers beyond the fingers. And just remember to soften those knees. Notice if you're locking the knees up. Make the legs active. Activate the legs. Feel the feet on the ground. And breathe. Feel the movement of the breath in the body. Breathe. Stay there another breath. One more breath in and out. Now use the next in breath to lift up. And then lower the arms down slowly on the exhale. Bend into the right knee, bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Take a moment there. Now step back with the left. Find your feet, find your hips, face the long edge of the mat, breathe in, lift the arms up. Lengthen through the body, breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, open the chest. Breathing out, reaching over to the right and down. Make that strong, that left hip. Make connection with the leg. You can press against it. So as that left shoulder moves backwards and away from the ear, we get long in the left side of the net. That the right shoulder kind of comes forwards as the chest wants to look up at the ceiling. Soften the knees, feel the feet on the ground. Look up at these fingers, reaching up right into the fingertips and beyond. Breathe deeply. Enjoy expansion of the body with the breath. Now come upon the in-breath. Lower the arms on the out-breath. Bend into the left knee and bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Okay. We're going to come into another stepping into posture. We're going to come into warrior two. So take the weight onto the left foot again, and let's step back a bigger step with the right foot. Get the hips level with the long edge of the mat in front of you. Back foot slightly pointing forwards, level hips. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathe in, expand the chest. Breathing out, bending into that left knee. As that left knee comes forward, push back with equal effort and attention into that right heel, the back foot. And looking down that left arm. Let's move a little bit with this. Let's move. So we breathe in, lift the chest, lengthen the legs, breathing out, keeping that body upright. The body's going downwards rather than the body going forwards. Feel the body's going downwards. So we keep extending between the fingertips and we keep pushing into that back foot. Strong in that right thigh there. Inhale, lift. Feel that lift coming from the heart, from the chest. Breathing out, sinking down. Keep the neck nice and long, and you're looking down that left arm with purpose, with intention, where you're going. This is the direction you're going. And breathing out, sinking down a little lower each time. Breathing in, breathing out. Making sure as you come down on the out breath, that you're still keeping that length, that elevation in the torso. Breathing in one more time. We'll just stay in this posture, in this warrior, just for a couple of breaths here. So really feeling that extension between the feet, pressing into the ground, the extension between the fingers, and also maybe a feeling of the crown lifting up and the groin going down to the ground. So everything is extending away from each other, expanding. Breathe. Come up on the inhale. Lower the arms on the exhale, and let's bend into that right knee quite a lot so we can bring ourselves back to the front of the mat. Take a moment to breathe. Put the weight onto the right foot, step back with the left. Good. Find your feet, get your hips level, face the long edge of the mat, breathe in, lift the arms up. Breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, expand. Breathing out, bending into that right knee. Good. Pushing into that back foot, so strong left thigh. Looking down that right arm. All the time. So let's see if we can move with this now. Breathing in. Lifting the chest, keeping the shoulders down. Breathing out, bending into that right knee. Knees going in the direction of the toes. Make sure it doesn't collapse inwards with that movement. Inhaling, coming up. So move with your breath all the time, keeping the torso upwards. Keeping the neck long, back of the neck long, crown is going up, fingers extending away from each other, feet extending away from each other, body is lengthened. One more of these. And breathing out, let's sink into the posture a little deeper, pushing and make that really strong in the back foot, strong back leg, everything extending. There's no rigidity here, no kind of, gripping. It's all expansive. Come up on the inhale. Lower the arms on the exhale. Bend into the left knee and bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Let's have a little counter of this. So come into a ragdoll now. So check your feet, hips width apart. Bring your chin to your chest. Let the knees bend, let the hands slide down the legs, and let the weight of the head pull you down to the ground. Sliding down. And breathe. Once you're here, knees are bent. Let that all go. Allow your back to get some ease. Hold the back. Give the strength in the legs. Give the body, the upper body, the weight. Give the weight of the upper body to the legs, to the feet. Feel the lower body can support you, can support that letting go of the upper body. Breathe in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. In through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. So we're going to lift from the base of the spine now, coming back up. See if you can travel up. See if you can really take your focus of attention to each little vertebrae in time as it starts to lift and create space until finally you're standing. You lift the shoulders sit back, the head lifts up, and the feet sink into the ground. Good. Okay. So we're going to come into Peaceful Warrior now. So kind of a repeat of what we did, but then a little bit of extra on the end. So we're going to put the weight onto the left foot and step back with the right. Big step. Another big warrior. Might want to just get a bit wider if you've got space there. Get the hips level. Breathing in, lift the arms up. Breathing out, arms come down to shoulder height. Breathing in. Really feel that expansion between the fingertips as you breathe in. And then breathing out, bending into that left knee. So we're finding our warrior, Virabhadrasana 2 here. And then we're going to add something on there by breathing in and breathing out. Keep the bend in the front knee. As you breathe out, reaching back and down. Breathing in and out the whole time. Turn the hand and the left hand reaches over the body and you're looking up at the ceiling on the inside of that arm. But keep the bend in that front knee and also keep the back leg really strong. You're pressing into the ground with the foot. The leg is really engaged so that you can open up the left side of the body here. Strong legs, don't let the knee, this is also what will happen, maybe the knee will collapse inwards. So to really feel that you're keeping that very steady and stable. Now use the inhale to come back up to warrior, find your warrior again, and breathe out. Inhaling, come up, lengthen the legs, breathe out, lower the arms down, bend into the right knee and bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Good. Just take a moment to shift the weight into the right. Then we step back with the left. Big step. Get your feet in the right position. Get your hips level. Breathe in, lift the arms. Lift the chest, lengthen through the whole body. Breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, expand the chest. Breathing out, bending into that right knee. The knee is hovering over the ankle. Pushing back already into the back foot. Breathe in here. Through the body. Then breathing out, reaching back with that left arm and down. And as the left arm goes down, rest on the leg, straight arm, that left arm. We reach up, really reaching to the fingers, and then turning the hand and then reaching over the body. So we're getting a lovely long extension. The fingers are reaching as if they want to reach the back of the mat. Try and keep that bend in the front knee and don't let the knee collapse inwards. That means to the left. Try and really feel that you're pressing it outwards slightly to counteract that possible collapse. Opening the hips. There's a lot going on in this posture to keep your mind occupied. So we're going to come back on an in-breath, come back to Warrior 2. And as you breathe out, sink into the posture for a moment. Now inhale, straighten up the legs. Exhale, lower the arms down. Bend into the left knee and bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Yeah, feels good. Everything's starting to open up. And we're going to come into a little squat here again, just to bring our body back into some equilibrium. So come down into your squat. Find your feet and the toes and the knees are in the same line, if you like. So you might want to adjust that. You might want to go a bit wider. And then just let your body fall and hang between the knees. You can rest down on the ground, but let the back of the neck go. See if you can feel the weight of the head. Breathe in through the nostrils and sigh out through the mouth.
Yeah, release. And again, breathe in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. Good. So we're just lifting up the head now, coming to the centre. Place that left hand in the centre. And away from that, we lift the right fingertips. As you breathe in, they're going up, 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 and extending up to the ceiling. We'll watch that hand. And now we're going to rotate the wrist to keep our interest and also to have a feeling of this arm growing longer and longer. It's like almost pulling you up, pulling you up. Good. And then we rotate it in the other direction, and it's just coming back down to the earth. Still rotating, still moving as it comes down. Same thing with the left now. Inhaling, lifting the fingers up to the ceiling, turning the chest and looking up at that left hand. Rotating, giving that wrist some attention. Big circling with the wrist in one direction, going up, and then rotating in the other direction, and this brings us back down to the ground. So now we're here, we're going to come into, walk the hands forwards onto all fours into a cat position. So the hands underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips, space between the knees here. As you inhale, you're going to look forward, take the chest forwards. As you exhale, you're going to start to tuck the tailbone under. This ripples up through the spine. You're arching the spine. The chin comes to the chest. And we'll just extend this by sitting back in the heels, still breathing out there. Looking back towards the feet there, and the forearms come down. Now, before you even lift up, you lift your eyes, and the eyes come forward. The inhale begins. You come back up to the start again. Then breathing out, arching up to the spine. Chin comes to the chest, sit back into the heels, still breathing out. So it's like a beautiful cycle when you do this with the breath. Just talk you through one more time. Breathing in, eyes come forwards. Chest is opening, shoulders back, and then that tail tucks under. It always starts with the base of the spine here. Arching. Lifting that spine as much as you can. It's almost like the spine is lifting up out of the shoulders. The inhale draws you back up. The eyes come forward. The chest is really wanting to come forwards as well before that out breath. That's kind of really arching, very curved. As curved and lifted as the spine can be. And sitting back with that, so really opening up the back and then opening up the chest. You can do this a couple more of these with the eyes closed. See if you can feel how the back is moving. Feel how the spine is moving. Connect with your spine. The inhale lifts you up. Fills the body with air. The exhale sinks you back down to the ground. Emptying, emptying, emptying. Making this the last one. And then sitting back into the heels, extend the arms forward, bring them forward to the ground. In the pose of the swan. Breathe into the nostrils and sigh out through the mouth. Just enjoy that for a moment. Now we're just going to lift the head and just creep the hands forwards or slide them forwards, just so your bottom is away from your heels and your head may touch the ground, that's okay, but the arms are off the ground. Only the hands are on the ground. And then what we're doing is extending the whole of the back from the fingertips here, right to the base of the spine. So it's the similar feeling. This is a good practice, as well as being a great stretch. It's a good practice for seeing how it could feel when we're in downward dog. This is an extended dog. So this lengthening feeling in the spine, this is what we want to go for when we come into our downward dog in a moment. So just to feel that length. And why it's a bit easier, or maybe I hope it's easier, it's because you haven't got weight in the hands that you do, or the arms that you do in downward dog. So it's easier just to feel that the weight of the back is, or the weight of the hips is just going backwards and helping you to lengthen. Okay, now slide the hands back. Let's sit back into the swan once more, just to relax for a second. Breathe in through the nostrils, sigh out through the mouth, and then activate the hands. Spread the fingers wide. Come up onto all fours. Breathing in, tuck the toes under. Breathing out, lift the knees off the ground. Let's find our downward dog here. So it's the same feeling. See if you can remember how that felt when you're extending the back, pushing back through the hands, feeling the hands really engage with the ground. Fingers as if they're going into the ground. The whole of the back long, right to the tail. Keep the tummy tucked in. So really expanding, creating space between the shoulder blades. Soft elbows, slightly soft elbows. Shoulders moving away from each other, nice long neck. So now we have a nice long back, and we're just going to play with this a little bit by bending the right knee, pushing the left heel down, bending the left knee, pushing the right heel down. Breathing all the time. The head is coming down to the ground, and you're looking at the feet or legs. So that's good for the direction. If you're looking at the hands, you're going to be in the wrong position. And you can't really lengthen the spine. Breathing into the chest. Let's just make that quite pronounced with the bend in the knee. Good. And then we're going to bring the knees down, come back down into the swan. Actually, we'll come into the child posture just to really relax the shoulders a bit more. Maybe you don't forget you can widen the knees if you want to have a bit more space for your body there. Breathing in through the nostrils, out through the mouth. In fact, we'll just do this little kind of horsey breath. So breathing in through the nostrils, and then just a lovely release for the mouth and lips and the tongue. So breathing in, and then for the mouth. We'll do one more of those. Breathing in through the nostrils. Good. Yeah, feels nice with the mouth. So we're going to send the hands forward again. We're going to come up into an up dog. So we're going to, first of all, come up onto all fours, but making sure that the hands are in front, the same position as if you were going to come into a downward dog. So you can come to up dog from down dog. This is just a slightly different way. So we're just going to tuck the toes under and come and lift the knees off the ground. So we're in a plank, if you like. And then we're going to just drop the hips down, take the chest forwards. So we've got our up dog. Keeping the legs off the ground if that's okay for you, pushing the heels back. If it feels like too much, then you can always have your knees just gently on the ground. But mostly focus on this chest and back. Chest is coming forward, neck is long, shoulders are going back and down. So slight bend in the elbows helps that. It's just strong on the wrists as well. So if your legs are on the ground particularly. And then we just bring the knees down and again sit back into the heels. That's quite strong on the back. So that will feel really good to counterpose that. Good. And we're going to come back onto all fours. We're going to come back into downward dog. Tuck the toes under. Lift the knees off the ground. Back into downward dog. Let's see if we can move from downward dog into the up dog. So as you breathe in, you can look to the hands. Come over or take the chest forwards. Drop the hips down, coming into up dog, breathing in and breathing out. Use the in-breath to lift your hips. Use the out-breath to sit back into downward dog. So you can do this and come in and out, or you can just hold that and you can rest. Have a little play with this. So if you want to move in and out, make the movement happen on the inhale. So lifting up, and the exhale is going into the posture. But you can decide the speed of that movement, or you can decide that you just want to stay in one of the postures and take a rest when you need to. So you can always put gaps in between. You can just come into down dog, come back down to the ground, and then try coming into the up dog. You can do it individually and separately, but if you want to get some, if you really want to, develop some upper body strength, this is a great little practice, breathing, but the breath will support that. So if you're still with me, we'll just do a couple more, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. We'll just come into downward dog. So wherever we're doing now, let's everyone find a downward dog and walk the feet towards the hands, or the hands towards the feet. And we'll come into a ragdoll just to ease all of that out. Let the arms just hang there. Let's have a little bit of a sway here. You might want to hold your elbows and sway. That feels kind of nice. Just shifting the weight from the left to the right, from the right to the left. Let the head hang. Let the head hang. Let the neck release. Just have a little swing side to side. You can have the arms on the ground and do the swinging if you want to. It's very slow. And come to a stillness. Bring your attention, your focus of attention to the base of the spine, and slowly lift from that place. Feel the lift, feel that energy traveling up through the spine. It's waking up everything as you come to standing. Finally lifting up the chest, shoulders go back, head lifts up. Okay, let's have a little extension. So interlink the fingers and stretch the hands up to the ceiling. Push the feet into the ground. Just get a nice stretch for the whole body. Good, one more breath in, and then releasing the hands down to the sides. Okay. Lift the shoulders up, breathe in, and out through the mouth. Do that a couple more times, breathing in, and out. Just releasing those shoulders, breathing in, and out. I'm going to do some balance now. So heron balance. Lovely movement with this one. So we put the weight onto the right foot. We're going to lift the left leg to start. So lifting the left knee, lifting up the hands, lifting the knee high, bringing the hands above the head. The hands come together, and then the hands come down and the foot comes down together. So we're coordinating this movement, moving in time with your breath, opening up the hands, so lifting up, lifting the right knee now high, and then coming down on the out breath. So we can continue like that, just lifting the knee. But if you want to do the extended version, breathing in, lifting the knee. As you breathe out, you push the heel out and the arms come down. As you breathe in, you lift the knee, so keeping the foot off the ground, and you lift the arms up, and then we return back down. So it's an extra little bit of balancing there and extending, breathing in and breathing out. Push the foot out as the hands come down. Really need to push to help that balance, breathing in and breathing out. Well, of course, you can always just keep your knee lifted and do a couple of breaths there. If you want to keep the extended balance but not do the extended leg, breathing in, lifting the knee high still and coming down. Breathing in, lifting the knee, lifting the hands, stretching up, reaching the fingers up to the ceiling. Push the heel out as the heels of the palms push out. Breathing in. Lift the chest, breathing out. The foot comes down, and just enjoy that little moment when you shift the weight. So it should be really smooth. Everything is really focused. It's a very mindful activity, balancing practices. When we add movement into it, I think it's even more powerful, particularly when we really focus on our breath. It becomes very much a meditation, and also is probably even better for developing balance, because usually the times we come off balance is when we're moving, and we want to be able to move and feel in balance as we're moving. Let's do one more each side, because it's actually I find this so enjoyable, so lovely, just to really keep my focus of attention all the time. It's like your mind can't wander. Why am I doing this? I think it'd be very difficult to. So it's the last one, breathing in, lifting that knee really high, lifting the fingers to the ceiling, pushing the foot out as the hands come down. Breathing in, lifting, and finally coming down. And once you're down there, just give the legs a little bit of a shake with the feet on the ground. So just shaking off and evening out. And we'll come on to another balance now. I thought it'd be lovely to do a couple of balances. We're going to come into tree balance. I'm going to start on the right foot because I always start on the left. Nearly always. Spread the toes and just bending that standing leg. Find a point of focus for your eyes. And then lifting that left leg, still breathing, placing it either on the inside of the thigh, on the inside of the calf, or the inside of the ankle. Try and get that knee out, whichever point you choose. Pressing into the thigh, pressing the thigh back, breathe in, lift the arms up. Bring the hands together above the head and then bring the hands into the heart center. Take those shoulders back, lift the heart towards the hands. Lift the back of the neck, feel the crown lifting and opening, this beautiful crown opening to the skies. Feel the feet going down, the sole of the foot, the roots going down from the sole of the foot. Keep that knee out to the side, open, lifting the chest, really strong in the belly, strong in the back. Just really thinking about that pelvic tilt. So you're pointing the tailbone down, pressing the hands firmly together. Breathe. Stay another breath. Coming out of the posture slowly and smoothly, breathing in, extend the arms up, breathing out, low, slow, the arms come down. Now we lift the knee. Let's see if we can give that a little squeeze, lift it high, and let go of the knee and see if you can just let the leg float down. Slow as you can. Good. Give the legs a good shake. Just to reset, even out. And now we're going to the other side. Take your time to place all the weight into that left foot. Spread the toes, lift the toes, place them down, bend that left knee. Find a position for your foot, not on the knee, but anywhere else on the inside of that leg. Pressing the foot, opening up that knee to the side, opening up the hips. Breathing in, lift the arms up. Breathing out, bringing the hands to the heart center. Pressing the hands together, Anjali Mudra. Lifting the chest, taking the shoulders back. So the arms are really open, really making that effort to open the chest. It's like the chest wants to lift up. It's like it's opening, like it's exploding. The heart's exploding there. And the roots are going down into the ground, into the earth. And you're drawing up nourishment and energy from the earth. And the crown is open, receiving sunlight and warmth. Everything can grow. Everything is expanding. There might be some wobbles there with the breeze, but that's okay. Pressing those hands firmly together, breathe. Feel your breath. Feel your focus. Feel that lovely sense of balance. Breathing in, extend the arms up. Breathing out, arms coming down. Lifting the knee. There you go. Let go slowly, let the knee or let the leg float down to the ground. And again, give the legs a little shake. Give the ankles a little bit of a shake. Okay. Let's take a moment here for our little universal prayer. So we bring the hands together again. Feet, just check them. Their hips width apart and they're parallel. Knees are soft. Lifting the chest. Good. Back of the neck long. Breathing in. As you breathe out, you point the fingers to the ground. Breathing in, opening the hands up, lifting up, looking up, watching the hands meet each other at the top. And breathing out, you bring the hands back to the heart center. Dropping the fingers down, breathing in. So we've got this beautiful circle. And half the circle is in breath and half of it is out breath. So we're really finding that balance And feeling the difference between the inhale. How does that feel, the inhale, and how does the exhale feel? What does that feel like? What is the emotional quality of the inhale and the exhale? And as we open up, as we take the hands, open up the arms, the inside, we're really exposed, open, receptive, allowing ourselves to feel gratitude today. What specifically do we feel grateful for today? Just allowing ourselves to really indulge in that. Maybe there's a long list of things, or maybe there's just one or two things that you really want to focus on and feel the feelings that go with that. What do I feel grateful for? And how does it make me feel? In this last final couple, we're going to think about, and what do I need today to really thrive, to really feel my abundance and connect with that? What do I need today? And maybe reaching out. This is the little prayer part of this practice. Just asking for what you want, making a call out to the universe, and letting the hands just finally rest in the heart center. Close the eyes for a second, feel the feet on the ground, your connection with the earth, everything this earth is giving constantly to us. Feel your breath, feel your heart space, and acknowledging how that feels today. However it feels is absolutely fine. And just relaxing and releasing out of that. Okay, we're going to do a little sun salute, half sun salute rather, just to move with that. So with that sense, whatever the heart felt, move with that in that particular way. Let's see how that feels. So just checking the feet again, lifting the toes, placing them down, lifting the heels, placing them down. Really placing the body on the ground. Hands together to begin. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, reaching up with the hands, bringing them together, turn the hands, and then the hands come down, the knees are bending, the fingertips come to the ground. Breathing in, straighten the legs, hands just below the knees, looking forwards, the chest is also looking forwards, and then breathing out, forward bend with the straight legs, looking at the ground. Bend the knees a lot. As you bend the knees, the eyes lift, and the inhale comes, the arms reach up to the heavens, hand together, and breathing out, the hands come down. So let's see what the quality is of this movement. Breathing in, breathing out. Is it soft? Is it seeking? Bend the knees a lot, breathing in all the way up. Is it expansive? Is it joyful? Just feeling and noticing what is powering this, how the movement feels. Fingertips touch the ground, knees still bent. Then you straighten the legs, lift the chest, look forwards, breathing out, forward bend. Bend the knees a lot, breathing in. Push up through those strong legs, reaching up, breathing out. Yeah. And how is the feeling? And how does it change as you move and as you acknowledge those feelings? How do they want to change, if they do at all? Inhaling, exhaling, bend the knees, breathing in, breathing out. Let's do one more of these. Breathing in all the way up, breathing out, knees bending, fingertips touch the ground. Breathing in. Really take that chest forward so the back is getting long, strong belly, strong arms, strong legs, and breathing out, forward bend. Bend the knees a lot, breathing in all the way up, push up through the legs. Reach up finally, and breathing out, the arms coming down to the side slowly. Okay. Take a breath in and out through the mouth. Good. So we're going to come into a chair now. So again, just reset the feet, check, lift the toes, place them down. Really feeling our connection with the earth, lift the heels, place them down. Feel the feet, feel the ground. Breathing in, lift the arms up. Fingertips going right to the ceiling, and breathing out. Keep that extension in the arms, from the fingertips to the base of the spine. keeping the neck in line with the arms and sitting back. Really take the bottom back, but keep extending the arms forward. So it's strong on the arms as well, strong on the belly, strong on the back, strong on the legs for sure. So should warm the thighs up quite a lot. Sitting back in that chair. Use the inhale to come back up. Exhale, lower the arms down. Good. So I'm going to come into a slow squat down to the ground. Breathing in, lift the arms up, bring the shoulders back. Breathing out again, you're going to sit back into that chair, so really take the bottom back and counterbalance that by taking the arms forwards so that you can really sit back because you're extending so far forwards that it allows you, your body balances. And then taking the hands behind you, extending the legs out in front, bouncing the knees up and down. Okay. And then we're going to bring the legs towards us, hug the knees, and round the back and let the face fall onto the knees. Breathing in and breathing out. And lift the head, take the knees out to the side, bring the soles of the feet together. Bring those heels close to the groin, taking hold of the ankles or the toes, whichever feels preferable to you. And then we're going to sit up really tall for this cobbler posture, Vajrasana. So lifting the chest, this is the key, and then pressing the shoulders back as if you're leaning up against a wall. And even the back of the head is going to be wanting to make contact with that wall, imaginary wall behind you. Good. The heart is lifting up. The back is lengthening. You'll feel your abdominals have to work. It's good for the abdominals to be working regularly. They need quite a lot of regular attention. And they need to be strong and they need to know how to work in combination, in relationship with the back. Front and the back working together. And the knees are coming down to the ground. Imagine there's weights on those knees. If you're holding on, you can hold quite strongly onto the ankles or the feet, pulling them towards you. And that gives you a bit of something to work with. Knees are coming down, opening those hips up. All the time still sitting tall. Breathe. Breathe deeply. Feel that release. As you breathe, you'll find gradually the hips will open a little bit more. And then we just relax that a little bit. Place the hands around the feet now, and the thumbs just coming into the center of the foot. And why not give ourselves a little bit of massage there while we're there, just pressing. Go over, just press into the soft center of the foot, or you can, I like to do these little circles right in the center. It's always going to feel good around there. Yeah. Giving ourselves a bit of attention, opening the feet up. So now we're going to come into a different position. So we're very straight up, and now we're going to curve the back. So the shoulders come forward, the head comes forwards. We're opening up our feet like a little book. And we're bringing our head down, letting the weight of the head do a lot of the work. Bending the back and bringing the head down towards the feet as if the head's going to meet the feet. And breathe deeply to help this process. You can even press the elbows down into the thighs there, if that works for you. Breathe, release. Now we're just going to come out of that slowly, coming out slowly, slowly, slowly. And then lift the knees up. And again, just hug those knees round the back and breathe. And sigh out through the mouth. Good. And let's just take the legs wide just to release those legs. Good. Okay. So you can sit up on a cushion if this feels a bit strong for you. Some people find that very strong. And be careful of these very delicate inner thighs as well. We don't want to overstretch those. So bringing the hands to the knees. Let's do this little stirring motion. You can bring the hands to the knees, or if you prefer, you can interlink the fingers and have the hands extended in front of you, because we're going to stir the porridge if you like. So you could do this with a big spoon, imaginary spoon, or you could just hold on to the knees if you prefer. So breathing in, lift the chest. Breathing out, leaning forwards, as far forward as you can, then around to the right, breathing in and back, then breathing out, coming forwards. Again, you just decide what your range of motion is. Again, if you want to, you can do this with the arms extended. This is good for the lower back, getting some warmth and heat into the lower back, and also strengthening the abdominals. They're working together in this. And also the hips are going to get a bit of movement here. So you'll move within your range. But it's a good little inner heat, create some inner heat there. And the breath is always breathing out as you lean forward, breathing in as you come back. And come back to the center. Take a moment here to still, and then we're going to the other way. Breathing in, breathing out, coming forward still on the out breath, but going around to the left this time. Let's get right to the edges of that porridge pot. Breathing out, leaning forwards, breathing out, around and back. Really enjoying that range of movement. Breathing out, making that breath really long, keeping the body really upright and strong. We're not bending at all in the back here. One more time around, coming back to center, sitting tall, hands rested on the knees. And let's move towards our end, but let's just release anything that's kind of needs a bit of releasing. So we're going to come into our lion with the legs outstretched. So we start with the hands at the heart center. So this is going to gather our energy. And then out through the mouth, with the tongue out the mouth, the eyes wide. So and the claws come out very strongly. Tongue out the mouth, eyes wide. Let's try that again. Breathing in. Okay. Let's try that again. Breathing in. And we'll do one more for luck. So take a moment here. Breathing in. Good. Now we're going to just bring the legs together and hug the knees once more. Maybe come into this little cosmic egg. Let's take the hands behind the knees, lift the chest, and place the soles of the feet down. Slide the legs away. We're going to roll down into our lying down. Extend the fingers towards the toes, slowly, slowly lying down. Take your time to slowly lie down, breathing in and out the whole time. Slowly, slowly. And then when you're down on the ground, let everything go. Relax everything. Take a deep breath in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. Maybe just take a moment to close your eyes. Just see how that feels. Just to feel the support of the ground, and the back is just relaxed. There's nothing that you need to do. Just let go for a second and enjoy that moment of restoration. Now we're going to bend the knees and hug the knees. And have a little rock and roll in the lower back. Just enjoying whatever movement feels good. And have a little explore and see if there's areas that need a bit of pressure. Sometimes it's good to have a little look around, find those nooks and crannies. Oh yeah. Backs of the pelvis there. Base of the spine. Sacrum all opening to the ground. Taking the hands around or on top of each kneecap. I'm going to do some hip circles. So breathing in, take the knees away. Breathing out, the knees fall away from each other and come back to the body. So a nice smoothing and slowing down feeling. And just see if there's any more release that needs to happen in those hips. A lot of emotion often gathered in the hip joint, often in the shoulders and in the neck. So when we release these areas, sometimes there can be lots of movement of emotion and feeling. And it's good to feel these things, allow these things, to notice these things and acknowledge these sensations and feelings. Notice your sensations. And we come back to the center, and then we go in the opposite direction. So we start with the knees together and away from us. Breathe in. And then we bring the knees into the body, breathing out, open the knees at the body and away. So we're drawing two separate circles with the knees and just enjoying that movement, that motion, and feeling our emotion, how we move, how the flow of feeling moves in us. Completely individual, how we feel and the way we feel. And how we allow the movement, or physical movement, the movement of the mind, the movement of the feeling, the senses. And then we just squeeze the knees in. Keep the knees up on the chest. We'll just come into a lying twist. Take the arms out to the side, palms flat down, breathing in. As you breathe out, let the knees roll over to the left and the head goes over to the right. Let the legs relax on the ground. Let's take a breath here. So we're just going to give a bit of ease in the spine. Breathing into the back. Breathing out fully and releasing. Now inhaling, bringing the knees back onto the chest, back to center, bring the head to center. And as you breathe out, slowly lower the knees down to the right and the head goes over to the left. Relax the legs down. It doesn't matter if they start straightening out. Just make sure they're rested on the ground. Again, breathing in and breathing out. Just resting. And a lovely lying twist. Spinal twist. Use the inhale to lift the knees up to center, lift the head up to center. Give the legs a squeeze, put the soles of the feet on the ground, slide the legs away. Give yourself a full stretch, the arms above the head. Point the toes, expand. Give those abdominals a bit of a stretch as well to release. And then relax the body. Relax the arms, but they're still on the ground above the head. Relax the legs, let them fall out to the side. Let's just move the arms a little bit to slow everything down. We're going to just slow everything down, coming into a relaxation. So breathing in through the nostrils, also breathing out through the nostrils, bringing the arms up over the head. And they end up alongside at the end of the out breath, the in breath. Simple, beautiful practice, moving the arms with the breath. Close the eyes, just letting everything slow down. If you're feeling your body's getting cooler, you can put some socks on, put some warmer clothes on. You can even cover yourself with a blanket now already. It's just the arms moving here. Let's just do a couple more of these. See how slow and smooth and steady you can make this movement. Breath coming in. And breath going out. Making this the last one. Slow and steady. Nice and easy. Being with your breath. And as your arms come to the side, as you breathe out, just let the arms roll out. Palms face the ceiling. And coming into Shavasana. Making sure you place a small blanket or a small cushion underneath your head if you need to. And breathe. Eyes are closed. And just relax the body on the ground. Breath coming in and breath going out. Feel your breath moving in your body. Coming in and out through the nostrils, watching the belly rise and fall, watching the chest rise and fall. Easy breath, natural breath. Feel the support of the ground, of the earth. Feel the support of the yoga. Feel your life force as your breath comes in and out of your body. Completely let go. Allow the movement of your thoughts, but without attaching your attention to those thoughts. Allow the movement of your feeling, your senses. Notice everything as it's happening. So we come to the end of our relaxation, the end of our practice today. Start to slowly come back to the day, start to move your body, start to deepen your breath, maybe stretching whatever feels like it wants to be stretched, the arms and the legs. Roll around on the back, hug the knees, wake the body up gently, gradually waking the body up. Hugging the knees, rolling onto the side, doing whatever feels good to you to come back to the day. Yeah, good. Opening the eyes and looking around and noticing how you feel, how the day is, the light, the sounds. And then we're just going to rub the body a little bit. The arms. Yes, feeling the energy, waking up, returning to the day. Another palms together. Create some heat and energy between the palms of the hands. Breathe, yeah. Liveling up, revivifying the whole body, bringing that energy to the heart center. Close your eyes. Breathe into that heart space. Give it full power. Close your eyes and bring to mind your Sankalpa, your intention for today, this week, this month. Whatever that might be, a positively framed sentence. Say that to yourself and take it deep into your heart space where you can give it warmth and energy, and nourishment and nurture. And relax. Namaste. Thank you so much.